Dear students, good morning. This is the class for Lingue e Letterature Comparate 2 for May the 11th, 2020. So today we're going to talk about the exams. You might have noticed that I've posted a document on in my Moodle section, Avvisi, and also on my pagina personale docente. So we'll read through this document carefully together, and let's see, we'll see if there's anything missing, and I just want to read it in English to explain it in English so that all the Erasmus students can understand more easily. Okay, so these are all the steps that you have to do to book your exam and take your English exam and exams in general. So, prima dell'esame, per studentesse e studenti iscritti all'anno accademico 2019-2020 per inglese 2 CP. So, before your exam, 1. Prenotare l'esame in una delle sessioni che saranno indicate sul sito di S3 e che compariranno anche nella pagina personale di ciascun docente di lingua inglese. Okay, so you need to book your exam through S3. S3 is the system that allows you to book your exams and look at all the dates in the calendar. And I will also post my dates on my pagina personale docente and in Moodle. We don't know that we proposed some dates. We just have to see if the Polo accepts them. So as soon as they're out, I will post them on pagina personale. 2. Scegliere fra le sessioni d'esame con consapevolezza, evitando di prenotarsi se successivamente non si intende presentarsi al colloquio d'esame, per evitare forzati prolungamenti della sessione d'esame. This means that you really have to be sure that you want to try the exam if you book it. Okay, let's say that you book your exam for June. You are 100% sure, let's say 99.99% sure that you are going to take the exam. Okay, so don't book the exam if you do not mean to try it. Numero 3. Non saranno ammessi a sostenere la prova coloro che non si sono prenotati online tramite S3 entro i termini stabiliti. Avere premura di aggiornare l'indirizzo email del proprio account S3 con un indirizzo che si controlla frequentemente in caso di comunicazione da parte del docente in relazione all'esame. Verificare anche frequentemente che la cartella spam del proprio account di posta non contenga messaggi da parte del docente non letti. This means that you have to book your exam through S3 before the deadline. Also, you have to make sure, here it says that you have to make sure that the email that you indicated in S3 is one that you often read, okay? I would add here that, okay, no, that's fine. Just make sure that it's an email that you use, email address that you use a lot, because you have to read your emails. And check the spam box, of course. 4. Il giorno dell'esame accertarsi che la propria connessione ad internet sia buona. Okay, so the day of the exam, make sure that your internet connection is good, is fine. Plus, you see a little asterisk here. You can check for further information here, okay, technical information. During the exam. 1. Ciascuna studentessa o studente accede con il proprio account istituzionale al team d'esame del proprio corso su Microsoft Teams. Okay, so first thing that you have to do, you have to have an email address that is at studenti.unior.it. To understand how to get one of these email addresses, if you don't have it, you have to click on this link over here. Okay, so you have to contact the Segreteria. Okay, so during the exam, the day of the exam, you will use your email, your Unior email address to access Microsoft Teams. Okay, if you haven't downloaded it yet, please download Microsoft Teams. The day of the exam, I will prepare, well, days before, of course, I will prepare a class in Microsoft Teams, classroom in Microsoft Teams, and I will send you via S3 a code that will give you access to the exam class, to the exam classroom. Okay, and you'll just add yourself to the team. Number 2. Il docente dichiara aperta tramite messaggio al team la sessione di esami e invita a partecipare alla riunione i primi 2 studenti su base alfabetica. Le altre studentesse e gli altri studenti sono tenuti a non interrompere l'esame in corso o a entrare nella riunione per evitare di sovraccaricare la rete e compromettere in tal modo lo svolgersi dell'esame dei colleghi. Okay, so this is what you do. I write a message in the chat and say that we are ready to start. I will call the first 2 students in alphabetical order, and the other people should not interrupt the exam. Okay, so 2 people at a time. Your microphones, all the other microphones, and all the other webcams must be turned off. Of course, it's an individual exam, okay? So even if there are 2 people, there will be 2 people with their webcams and microphone turned on. I will just be asking questions to 1 person at a time. Numero 3. Il colloquio d'esame dello studente si svolgerà alla presenza del docente di cattedra del corso, di un altro docente membro della commissione e di una seconda studentessa che affianca l'esaminando. So this means that you will take your exam with me, but there will also be another professor in the room, plus the other student that I called with you. Numero 4. Il docente chiede all'esaminando, ad inizio colloquio, di esibire un valido documento di riconoscimento che deve essere inquadrato attraverso la videocamera utilizzata dal candidato, rendendolo chiaramente visibile. Okay, so you have to show me the document, your document, okay? Numero 5. Una volta terminato con la prima coppia di studentesse, il docente convoca gli altri 2 nominativi e così via. Okay, so I will call the first couple, finish their exams, and then call another couple. Number 6. È assolutamente vietato ogni forma di registrazione, video, screenshot, foto, in quanto viola le norme a protezione della privacy e costituisce reato penale. Va mantenuto un comportamento rispettoso. Obviously, there's no recording at all, okay? It's against the law. And so none of your documents, none of your exams will be recorded. And then remember what I told you at the beginning of the course. I want you to respect your colleagues. I want you to respect me. And so if you do that, everything will be fine. Numero 7. L'esame si svolgerà, come sempre, in lingua inglese. Sarà composto da una prima parte di verifica delle abilità grammaticali, morfosintattiche e lessicali, in linea con i requisiti in uscita corrispondenti al livello di accertamento dell'esame, e da una seconda parte di accertamento delle conoscenze dei contenuti metodologici del corso. Si vede la sezione relativa alla descrizione dell'esame per maggiori informazioni. Okay, so your exam will be divided into two parts. There's it will be in English, of course, and there are two parts. One is the language part, the one that you have been preparing with your mother tongue teachers. If you haven't been attending their classes, go to my Moodle in the section Avvisi. There's a link to your mother tongue teacher's Moodle. It doesn't have a password. Just go to your mother tongue teacher's area section and look at all everything they've been doing. So this part of the exam, the language part, will last about 5 minutes. Okay, so there might be some fill in the gaps, translation, short reading, what else? Sentence transformations, but it will be just 5 minutes, not more than 5 minutes. Then we're going to move on to my section, the section about linguistics, and I'm going to ask you some questions about that. And the exam will be more or less 15 minutes, not more than that. Fine dell'esame. Al termine dell'esame il docente dirà il voto conseguito. A questo punto l'esaminando risponderà in base alle sue decisioni e tramite chat privata comunicherà al docente per iscritto la decisione presa riportando il seguente: accetto, rifiuto il voto D. Solo dopo aver inviato tale messaggio l'esame si riterrà concluso. So, I will, at the end, finally, you passed your exam. Before you go celebrate, before you go party at home, of course, social distancing, I will tell you your mark and I will write it in the chat. You have to reply writing accetto or rifiuto, so either accept or reject the mark, and you write the mark, and after that you can get out of Microsoft Teams and consider your exam concluded. One thing that they didn't write here is that headphones are not allowed. Okay? Plus, during the exam, you always have to look at the webcam. Okay? So, nobody else in the room, no distractions, you don't need them, you're already great at English, so you don't need help. Just focus on your exam, and so that we can avoid all those unpleasant things that could happen if you are, let's say, if there's anybody, if there's somebody who is distracting you, this might create some severe problems, some major problems for your exam. Now, studentesse e studenti di annualità precedenti all'anno 2019-2020. So for those of you who are veterans, or let's say that had to attend this course last year or any previous years, you are going to be the last ones to take the exam, okay? So first we'll do 2019, 2020, and then we'll add you. Le studentesse di annualità precedenti a quella in corso che hanno accesso alla prova orale in quanto hanno superato la prova scritta in sessioni precedenti svolgeranno il colloquio nella modalità tradizionale e quindi risponderanno solo alle domande relative ai contenuti del programma metodologico del corso. So, if you have already taken your written exam, and you probably did with me because I was teaching this course also last year, and a couple of years. Anyway, if you've already taken the written exam, you just have to answer the linguistics part, okay? Le studentesse e gli studenti di annualità precedenti a quella in corso che non hanno superato la prova scritta in sessioni precedenti svolgeranno il colloquio secondo la modalità precedentemente descritta per gli studenti dell'iscrizione iscritti all'anno 2019-2020. So this means if you haven't done your written exam yet for previous years, you will just follow the same instructions that I gave for 2019 and 2020. So 5 minutes linguistics, 10 for 5 for language, 10 for linguistics. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Per evitare confusione tra le due modalità di esame, le studentesse e gli studenti che appartengono a questo gruppo sono tenuti a comunicare al docente in fase di apertura dell'esame se hanno superato o meno la prova scritta di lingua inglese che consente l'accesso alla prova. Obviously, when you're at the exam, when you start your exam, if you have already done your written exam, you have to tell me. If you send me an email before the exam, even better, so that I can check your marks. Modalità di somministrazione dell'esame in formato telematico. Come precedentemente riportato, l'esame in formato telematico si svolgerà tramite la piattaforma Microsoft Teams e all'interno del team del corso. Il colloquio sarà composto di 2 parti. Okay, so just for us, because I've been posting on YouTube, I will create a team and you can add yourselves to it through a code. Actually, I think it's better to prepare it before the end of the course so that at least everybody's in by the time we have exams. Una prima parte testerà le conoscenze linguistiche delle studentesse e degli studenti in linea con i requisiti in uscita corrispondenti al livello di accertamento del corso. Per esempio, coloro che sono iscritti al primo anno, il livello di uscita è il B2+, del quadro comune di riferimento delle lingue. Durante tale parte d'esame saranno mostrate alle studentesse e agli studenti in condivisione dello schermo una serie di esercizi da svolgere al momento delle conoscenze grammaticali, morfosintattiche e lessicali della lingua inglese, in linea con il livello di accertamento di uscita. Si tratterà per lo più di esercizi di sentence transformations in closed text, il cui format è già disponibile sulla pagina Moodle messa a disposizione relativa ai collaboratori linguistici dei corsi di lingua inglese. This means that, so there will be this first language part, 5 minutes, and I'm going to share my screen, show you some exercises, and you are going to do that. Maybe it's 2 clauses, 2 sentence transformations, and a sentence translation. Why is it so short? Well, just because, obviously for a matter of time, but also because we don't need 10 sentences to understand if you know English or not. It's just, you can understand if somebody knows what they're saying in even 20 seconds, and with 2 sentences. You can go to your Mother Tongue Teacher's Moodle, and they have a sort of mock test already ready. We'll do that together too, anyway. Una seconda parte incentrata sull'accertamento della conoscenza del programma metodologico del corso, la cui bibliografia è disponibile sul sito del docente. Si tratta, in altre parole, del programma del docente di cattedra, le cui lezioni si sono svolte durante il secondo semestre. Per esempio, per gli iscritti al terzo anno, il materiale d'esame del professor Giuseppe Ballirano. Okay, so of course this second part, the linguistics part, is what you've studied with me. Okay, and it's all written in my program. Just go to pagina personale docente and everything's there. Per qualsiasi dubbio o quesito relativo alla modalità di esame qui scritto, si invitano gli studenti a contattare direttamente il docente del proprio corso, evitando il chiacchierio da corridoio, che non fa altro che aumentare il senso di panico e di incertezza fra gli stessi colleghi. Si prega dunque in un periodo alquanto peculiare della nostra contemporaneità, di dimostrarsi al livello della situazione che docenti e studenti insieme stanno affrontando con maturità e spirito critico. Obviously, if you have any questions, you have to send me an email. Don't listen to other colleagues. It can be useful, it can be rapid, but it's not always sure, it's not always true. So just send me an email and we'll solve the issue. Okay, other than that, I'm pretty sure that you are great students. You'll make it. Just study what you have to do. You're second year students. You know how to do that. And just, take it easy. Study seriously. And we'll get through this. Okay? That's it. Now, last week, I said that I wanted to show you what the exam looked like last year. Why do I want to do this? Because I know that you are mature enough to do a sort of self-assessment of your English language. Remember that this year's exam is just going to last 5 minutes, but we're going to test, we're going to sample the abilities that we want you to know how to do, that we want you to have. I'll say this in Italian too, so that it's 100% sure for everybody. Oggi vi faccio fare una prova, che è la prova che è stata data, molto simile alla prova che è stata data a giugno dell'anno scorso. Vi faccio vedere questa e poi nelle lezioni successive facciamo i mock test per la parte del 2020. Però vi faccio vedere questa perché vi reputo maturi abbastanza da voler vedere, volervi testare e valutare anche da soli sulla base di quello che dovreste saper fare a questo punto delle vostre conoscenze linguistiche. Ciò non toglie che comunque l'esame di quest'anno sarà di 5 minuti per la linguistica, come vi ho già spiegato prima. Now, I will show you the instructions for today, and then we will correct it together on Wednesday. So this is what it looked like. So there was this part on derivational morphology. It was 2 hours. This year, it would have been 1 hour and a half without the dictionary. So the part on derivational morphology asks you to derive the correct missing word from the given root and insert it. So basically, you had a word in parentheses, and you had to change the word, change the suffix, depending on the context. Okay, and it was 10 blanks, 10 marks. This one is on, sorry. Okay, so it's usually a paragraph. South Korea's moon heads for Trump talks to try to keep summit on track. Okay, so it's usually newspaper articles. Exercise 2, fill in the blanks. Complete the passage using the right voice and tense of the verb provided in brackets. So again, paragraph, 10 marks, 10 blanks. It gives you the root verb, the infinitive form, and you have to conjugate the verb depending on the context. This one is usually past, simple past versus present perfect, but not always. Sentence transformation. This is important, okay? Alert, alert. Complete the second sentence so that it has a similar meaning to the first sentence using the word given. Do not change the word given. You must use between 2 and 5 words, including the word given. This means that I gave you the first sentence, Matt did not study, so he made a lot of mistakes. And I gave you this word in brackets. You have to use this word, exactly this word, included in 2 to 5 words, and the second sentence has to have a very similar, well, exactly the same meaning as the first one. So Matt did not study, so he made a lot of mistakes. If Matt, then you have to add 2 to 5 words, one of which is would, made fewer mistakes. And this one is 10 points too. Sorry, something weird happened with numbers here. Wait a second. 4. This is 4. and this is 5. No, you got it. Reading comprehension. Okay, so far it's 10, 10, and 10, 30 marks. 30 points, sorry. Reading comprehension. Usual reading comprehension with 5 questions to answer. Okay, so it's about 3/4 of a page long. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 multiple choice questions. Okay, and that one gives you 5 marks. Finally, there's a summary. You would do a summary of about 100, 120 words, and that gave you 25 marks. So as for Wednesday, I want you to look at this first part over here, okay? So derivational morphology, fill in the blanks, sentence transformation, and reading comprehension, okay? So try to do it on your own. I will post the document on our Moodle. Today's song, I will give you some time for the test. That's why I just wanted to give you this explanation and leave you some time for self-studying for the test. Okay, so today's song is Paolo Nutrini's Iron Sky. We are proud individuals living on the city, but the flames couldn't go much higher. We find God in religions to paint us with salvation, but nobody can give you the power to rise over love and over hate through this iron sky. That's fast becoming our minds. Over fear and into freedom. Ah, that's life. That's dripping down the walls of a dream that cannot breathe in this harsh reality. Mass confusion, spoon-fed to the blind, serves now to define our cold society from which will rise over love, over hate from this iron sky. That's fast becoming our minds, over fear and into freedom. You just gotta hold on. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of man will pass as dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Let us use that power, let us all unite, and we will rise over love and over hate through this iron sky that's fast becoming our minds, over fear into freedom, into freedom. And then it repeats, rain on me. Okay, so this is the link to the song. Give me a second. Okay, I'll put it right over here, okay? So that we don't get confused. I'll just post it over here. The song. Okay, so I repeat, the test that you see here is not a mock test for 2020. This year's exam is going to last 5 minutes. Please don't say, oh my God, why is she repeating it again? Because by experience, I can say that I will receive emails saying, is this mock test what we're going to do on 2020? No, it isn't. But anyway, you'll all pass the exam, so that's fine. If you study, of course. Okay, so take care and stay healthy. See you on Wednesday. Okay, bye.